I was 27 when this happened. I lived with my boyfriend in the countryside. It was 3 a.m. when I heard something like pecking on my window. Now I know there's a lot of woodpeckers around here, but they're not awake at this time. I was annoyed and opened my window to shoo it away, but as I looked down, I froze. It was a creature all right, but it definitely wasn't a woodpecker. It looked like a large male, but its skull was far too big to be a human. It looked like it was extremely emaciated. It had ripped bits of cloth hanging off it. I could see it running its large bony fingers along the window, and that's the sound I mistook for pecking. It was trying to find a way into our house. I panicked and ran to the kitchen, grabbing the salt and pouring it over the windowsills in an unbroken line. I went back upstairs to see if my boyfriend was still asleep, and he was. He could sleep through anything. I began putting more salt along the doorframe for the front and back. As I returned into the front room, I saw it come into view at the window. I was shaking and trying not to wee myself. It had dark black voids where its eyes should have been, and its face was covered in dry blood as well as bugs. I lit some sage and it worked as the creature reacted. Its arms began to flail and it began to make an awful screaming sound, before turning and heading back to the woods near my house. I finally let out a breath as I saw it completely disappear. I knew there was no way I'd go back to sleep now. So I went and cuddled up to my boyfriend for comfort. I finally fell asleep once I was certain nothing else would happen that night. My boyfriend woke me up in the morning and asked why there was salt everywhere. I woke up and replied, "We have a big problem, we need to move out."